All right, let's get to it. Hang with Beat Drop Podcast, episode 93. We in it now. Got my boy DJ Audiorokk. Last time I had you I wrote it down, was in August 27, 2019, bro.
That was the day after my birthday.
How old were you turning, bro?
29.
29, bro. And you don't look a
2019,
day over
right?
22. Yeah, you don't look a day over
That's a
22, bro. You look.
fucking goddamn lie, bro. Look at
Yeah,
me. Old
I'm
head
just
ass, bro.
I'm just thankful you're on the pod. That's why, you know. Imagine, I'm just being thankful. Nah, man. But 2019, a simpler time, pre a lot of stuff, But
did we miss something?
yeah. Did anybody own a mask at that time? you know, but yeah, man. So I'm glad you're on the podcast, man. You're a person that always supports the pod, so thank you. I want to say thank you for that. But yeah, man. Let's
Hey,
get into
actually,
it.
I'm sorry, bro. Real quick, before you go, I
Yeah.
just want to tell you, bro. Thank you for giving people a platform to come on and talk about their shit, bro. Because like I hit you the other day. First of all, let's for anybody who's just now tuning in to Beat Drop's podcast, bro. The conversations get deep.
Yeah.
Also shout out to Oso, man. That dude inspires people like crazy, bro.
Hell yeah,
Skis,
man.
I mean, Skis is a character, bro. Like he's just fun to
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah.
And then you had Medic last week, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that you fucking just laughing, bro, the whole fucking time, bro. And even guests that you had back in like prior, all the prior episodes, always good conversation, bro. So honestly, bro, like real talk, thank you, bro, for just giving people a platform to come and like just talk their shit.
Yeah, well, bro, why are you making me want to cry, dog? Come
It's
on,
gonna
man.
get there, dog. It's
Come
gonna
on,
get there
man.
today.
Fuck, you got me, dog. Now, imagine, fuck. Nah, thank you, bro. Nah, I love doing the pod, bro. Even like, you called me last week and like, it felt good, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It feels so refreshing to be back in it, like just talking to people and like having cool ass conversations. Like, it just feels good, bro. I'm not even just saying it, dog. So it's like, well, thank you for those nice words, bro. It means a lot, And
that was my Yelp review, bro. Like you can like 5-star that bitch.
Yeah, you give me a 5-star right now, bro. Like I want to go back after this, bro. But yeah, man, let's get into it, bro. Like, obviously, man, like pandemic, that's kind of been the episodes, like these past few 3 episodes we've had, like
pandemic. What's a pandemic?
What's a quarantine?
All I remember from 2020 was Bad Bunny.
Yeah, Bad Bunny records we couldn't play, bro. Like, dog, like it's so crazy, man. Because it's like when I wrote part 1, 2019, when I wrote that down, it's like at 2019, bro, we didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen in the next 2 years, man. Like it's so crazy, But I mean, lots of highs, lots of lows, you know what I'm saying? But what's up with you, man? Like how you been? I know we kind of spoke a little bit, but like, just let's just get in depth. Like how you been, bro? Like how's the music stuff going for you, the family? I mean, I know you're a father, you know what I mean? You wear many hats, man. Like what you been up to, dog?
Just chilling, brother. Like everybody else, bro. Just getting back to work, bro. Like,
yeah.
Finally, like gigs are picking up again.
Yeah.
I think I was one of the few DJs actually were blessed to still work some gigs at the end of 2020.
Yeah.
And like mid 2020.
Yeah.
Not mid, like I don't know, like kind of like end of mid of 2020. Okay. And then just man, I got to know my family a lot better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like got to know the family a lot better. Just I mean that's honestly, bro, like it's really that, like music. I mean music's amazing. I've I think last time we had talked I had just started building a relationship. Actually, no. That hadn't happened yet. October I started a relationship with DJ City.
Yeah.
2019. Carried over into 2020. Now I'm an exclusive editor for DJ City.
Love it.
So I'm just doing like a lot of content for them.
Yeah.
A lot of like it's funny because I play only hip hop. Like I literally just play hip hop at all the venues I do. Well, not only, but a majority of the stuff I play hip hop. Yeah. But I do a lot of like house and like EDM edits for DJ City, which is crazy, bro. And I feel like it's just crazy. Yeah, and I just feel it's just because like I'm so, in the club, doing hip hop all the time, that when I get home and I work on stuff, I'm like, ooh, this house track is dope. Let me do
it's like
with this real
refreshing.
quick. Exactly.
Yeah. Damn, that's tight, man. I'm gonna need that DJ City promo code, bro.
Yo, when you get it, shoot it to me, dog. I said I'm working with them. Don't mean I'm getting that.
Yeah.
I don't even got a subscription myself.
Yeah. I can't even download your own edits.
I can't even download my own edits.
You're like, hey, let me get that. Yeah, you gotta get a subscription. Like, what you mean? I made it.
Hey, it's 90 days, 3 months, $90 for 3 months, bro. Make sure you get that.
Damn, bro. And you use Ableton, right? Is that what you're using? Ableton?
Yeah, Ableton is like the GOAT to me, bro.
Your weapon of choice. No, that's dope, man. That's fucking sick, dog. And like, what do you like about editing, man? Is it just the fact that you just kind of get to play around, get creative? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So like when I started, okay, so I've been editing for fucking a long time, bro. Like, I think I started editing. Fuck, I can't even remember, bro. But the reason I wanted to start doing edits was because when I started DJing, I had come across Crooklyn Clan. Yeah. And for like the non-DJs, what Crooklyn Clan is, it was like going to like Flight Club for sneakerheads.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it's where like the hottest remixes, like intro, like hype intros and all that shit was at. You know, you were paying $3-4 for a track.
Yeah.
Came across that when I started DJing, and I was like, yo, I want to do what these guys do. And so I picked up like Sony Acid because I was like, that should do the trick. And it was horrible. I fucking hated it. And then I met a DJ who put me on to Ableton. Yeah. He was like, yo, this is what like the professionals use. And I was like, all right. Started messing with it, just making like little bullshit intros, outros, stuff like that. Yeah. And I started getting a little crazier and started making like hype edits and acapella ends, blah, 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 whatever. Long story short, doing that. And then I got hit up actually to be on Crooklyn Clan. Yeah. Through a group called CVB, who was like an entity on Crooklyn Clan. Mm-hmm. And that was with DJ Henry, DJ Tech One, and myself. That's dope. And we were running that for like a good 2 years, bro. And so did that, but then Crooklyn Clan kind of like took like a hiatus. Yeah. To like reformat and like restructure their site or whatever. And then I was just doing the whole SoundCloud thing, bro, like putting out SoundCloud packs. And then it's funny, bro. Like it's just like anything, bro. Like I was really starting to get tired of doing the SoundCloud stuff. Yeah. Because I felt like I was getting a shitload of downloads, excuse my language, and I was getting a lot of like traction, bro. Like, dog, it's crazy. I have like, I can show you my DMs on SoundCloud, and there's DJs that were hitting me up on there for my edits that are literally doing like EDC now, bro. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, bro. And it's crazy because this is when I was just like kind of just meddling with it, right? Yeah. And so I was starting to get tired of it, bro. And then shout out to my homie Skits. He one day hit me up and he's like, yo, the DJ City's having this DJ City link up. We should go. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Yeah. Actually, I'm lying. At first, I was really hesitant. I was like, I kind of don't want to go, bro. But he was like, no, let's go. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So we go. I'm chilling. And then I talked to, I had worked with Jay Medina before, who works for DJ City. And I'm like, yo, man, like, is it cool if I like send you some edits and you can just show them to somebody? And bro, like his eyes like lit up, and he was like, "What kind of edits do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I do like English edits." And he was like, "Oh, come here," and he like walks me over to DJ Smirk, and DJ Smirk is actually the dude who's in charge of editing at DJ City. That's dope. And Medina was like, "Yo, like this is my homie Audiorokk. Audiorokk does edits. Like, you know, you want to exchange his info or whatever." And it's funny because Eddie Boy was sitting right next to the Smirk, and I had sent Eddie some edits, and he was like, "Hey, you sent me some of your stuff, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, let me pull that email up," and he was like trying to get it, but I had remembered. I was like, "Yo, I actually have a flash drive in my backpack, with some stuff." I was like, "Can I shoot it to you?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I give it to him, and he's like, "Let's check this out right now." So he like low-key put me on the spot, bro. Oh yeah. Plugs it in, starts going through everything, and he's like, "Yo, you got some good stuff here, bro." Like. He's like, some stuff needs some tweaking, you know, but for the most part, it's pretty good stuff. Like, so he took my number down, and then he actually set up a Dropbox, a shared Dropbox, like right then and there. Oh, that's it. And was like, yo, like anything you do, shoot it my way, anything. Yeah. Like, and I was like, all right. So I started shooting him stuff, and he would always kind of be like, yeah, looks cool as that, blah blah. And then the first time that he actually like I feel like sat me down, but not literally. Like I was at the crib and I had done a Halloween edit. I sent it to him and he's like, "Yeah, this is cool, but it needs something, bro." And he's like, "Do you have?" Because this is obviously before Zoom. He's like, "Do you have Skype?" And I'm like, "No, but I can get it." And he's like, "All right, get on Skype and let's link up on Skype."
Oh, that's tight.
So we get on Skype real quick, and dog, he opens up his Ableton screen with my edit on there, and he just starts fucking just
Working.
adding, bro, just building, 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 building. And if you're an editor, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you just start adding just layers to the edit, and it just becomes like this simple track to this huge, thing.
Yeah.
And so, bro, I was just in awe, bro. I was like, yo, like this dude is amazing with this shit,
Yeah.
bro. And so he cleaned up what I had done, and he was like, "All right, let's post it on the site." So that was my first official post on DJ
That's
Sticky.
sick. That's tight, man.
Yeah, and since then, bro, like I send him stuff. If it works for the site, he's like, "Let us run it." If it doesn't, he'll tell me like what I need to do to make it work for the site, and then it gets posted a couple of days later. But I'm at the point now in my relationship with him where I feel like now trusts my sound enough to where he's just like, "All right, it'll be up tomorrow, or it'll be up on Friday or Saturday or whatever."
Yeah.
So
damn, that's dope, man. That's such a blessing. That's so sick.
It really was, bro.
Yeah.
It really was.
So like, as for people or for upcoming DJs that want to edit, or even DJs that are doing it but want to learn how to edit, like what's the process for you? Is it like you hear a song that you enjoy, and like how does your mind work when you want to make an edit where you're like, all right, you know what, I could, because I know there's so many different, like, how can I say, there's blends, there's mashups, there's bootlegs, there's so much stuff, but it's like for you, like what's the process? Is it just one day you hear a song, you love it, you're just like, oh, that goes with this song, like kind of like what's the process for you?
So it all starts with like listening. So especially because a big thing with doing edits is that you want to make sure that it's something that will work current, like, and future. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and if you think about it, like, real quick backtracking on that, Be Faithful, that's an edit. That's not a track, bro. Like by Fat Man Scoop, like obviously Faith Evans, that's her track. But Be Faithful, Fat Man Scoop, that was an edit, bro. That's not a track.
Yeah.
The Hollow Boys, the Get Your Damn Hands Up, and with the 50 Cent, that's an edit. You feel me? That was done by Eric Deluxe. All these times that you're in the club and you hear these things, you don't realize like that wasn't there originally. A DJ took that and created that. You feel me? So the process for me, bro, is like, for example, let's say so I'll give you a perfect example right now.
Right.
I just did an edit for Somebody I Used to Know by Gautier, which was that track that I'm sure you know it. I'm not gonna sing it, but
I'll sing it. Somebody that I used
there
to
you
know.
go.
I got you right.
Beat drop idol. Let's get it.
Yeah, beat drop edit.
No, but so that song to me is one of those like it's kind of like a new classic. Like when you hear it, you're like, yo, like I remember that. I remember that hook.
Yeah.
So I wanted to refresh it. So what I did is I found the key, which is for those of you who are musically inclined, is the note in which the track was conceptualized on or based on. Mm-hmm. And then once you find that, you kind of hunt for something that is in that same key. So whether an instrumental, or you can create an instrumental, however you want to do it, but you hunt for that. You kind of are like just lurking around, right? And then when you find it, you start building it, bro. Like you bring it into Ableton. Does the vocal need to be slowed down or sped up? You do it. Do you need to add claps to the instrumental because it needs a little bit more energy? You do that. So that's the process, bro. Is literally just piecing like a puzzle together to make it sound more like musically pleasing. Aesthetic, like not aesthetic, musically pleasing. And bro, that's literally what I'll do. Like I'll find the track that I want to work on, and then I'll find something that will work with it. So even like acapella loops, like a lot of DJs obviously will see the acapella loops get posted on like these sites, and a lot of times DJs will download them but never use them, bro, I'm eating that shit up, bro. Like the minute I see a new loop, I'm like, I gotta use it
Yeah.
to, like I gotta find something to put this on,
Yeah.
because honestly, bro, like real talk, like in the editing world, it's a race.
Yeah.
It really is a race. Like for example, that new J Balvin in the Ghetto came out, right? That
Yeah.
samples an old uh, house track, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sure every editor was like, how can I flip this?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
it's the first person out the gate that does it that's gonna
Yeah.
get the most hits on their edit.
Yeah.
Because once you're second or third out, DJs will already have that edit in their crate. You feel me? So it's like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't want another one.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. No, that makes
So
sense. Yeah.
yeah, bro, it's
Damn.
definitely, but it's dope, bro. I love it, bro.
Yeah.
It's something that like brings me like kind of like back to home,
Yeah.
to
No,
the
I love
base of
it.
DJing.
I love it, man. Thank you for breaking that down because I'm sure people that listen and they're like, "What's an edit?" And what I mean, like it's good for you to give like a good as breakdown. You know what I'm saying of what
Yeah.
it takes. You know what I'm saying, like the work
You're
behind
like,
it.
I didn't want you to go that deep, bro, but
No,
all
no,
right.
no, but it's good though, bro, because it's like sometimes like we don't see, like sometimes we just see something and we probably don't think how much work it takes to do something, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, like, oh, this is that. I mean, it's like I'm glad that you're able to break it down, and but going back to you saying that like the pandemic, right? Like going back to like the beginning, because this is kind of like a question I like to ask because I'm interested to know how people dealt with it. Like when it was officially like shut down, like what was Audiorokk's like thought process at that time? Like what were you feeling? Were you just like, okay, like this is a week, 2 weeks, oh, it's gonna be a month, or nah, we gonna be all right, or like what was the thought process for you at that time? You know what I mean?
So trip out on this, bro. So the Thursday before the Friday that everything got shut down, I was in Lancaster at a power event,
Uh-huh.
working a mental health event. Okay, and there was this older lady. She was really sweet, who used to go with us to all these events. She was the sales reps like hand in the
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like an
Got
assistant
you.
kind of.
Got you.
So her name was JC, and I remember we were setting up the tent, and it was me and Jess and BR1, and we're setting up, and we're like, oh, like yeah, like, this is about to be a dope event, blah blah blah, because we're at a college,
Yeah.
and usually colleges are fun.
Yeah.
And bro, like my Twitter is just going off like news, ABC News, blah blah blah, this that or whatever. I'm like, man, fuck all that noise.
Yeah.
And so I remember looking at JC right as we're popping up the tent, and she was like, this is getting really serious. And I was like, JC, I won't take it serious until Disneyland closes, because Disneyland never closes.
Yeah.
And we do the event, and as we're breaking down the tent, she's looking at her phone, and she's like, Audio, you won't believe it.
Yeah.
Disneyland's closing for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's
and I
Disneyland,
just,
dog.
yeah, and I remember the whole ride home, I was kind of like, I didn't say it to anybody in the car. I was sweating it, bro. I was like,
Yeah, man.
because I mean, it's such a stupid thing to think of, bro. But if you really think about it, when have you ever heard Disneyland close?
Yeah, it's just unheard of.
As stupid as
Yeah.
that sounds.
Yeah,
There
but
was,
it makes sense though,
right. There was one other time when Disneyland closed, and that was after 9/11, and that was it,
Yeah.
bro. And so I remember that night I had a club event, and we were DJing with Jay Valentino that night.
Yeah.
And Jay showed up with literally a big ass bottle like that, 1 liter bottle of hand sanitizer. And if you know Jay Valentino, he's a prankster, bro. So he's doing it to make fun of it, kind of. And I don't think, and he wasn't doing it to make fun of it because he didn't see the seriousness in it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody did. Like,
I don't think nobody at that time was just they were just going by the flow,
Yeah, so he's just being funny, bro. Like, he's being his typical self, and he's like giving people squirts, and people are like,
Yeah.
And I remember me, Rondo, and Erod, we went upstairs for like 5 minutes, and we sat down at a table at JP, or upstairs at a table upstairs. And I think Erod and myself were like, yo, you think you can get that? You think you can get serious?
Yeah.
And I remember just Rondo being like, this shit might get serious.
Yeah, like,
And the reason we all went upstairs was because we didn't feel comfortable being downstairs.
It was just too much, you know?
Yeah, it was just a lot of people, you know? And so the next day, Friday, is when they officially announced the whole 15-day shutdown,
Yeah.
right? That's when they were like official, right? My girl was pregnant at the time. So I remember I had gone to power early that morning and they sent me home because they were like, we're shutting everything down.
Yeah.
And so when I got home, it was even raining that day. I don't know if people remember, but that Friday it was raining.
Wow.
And me and my girl were like, maybe we should hit the grocery store. Like maybe it's a good idea to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And so we go to the grocery store, bro, and it's like an apocalyptic, bro. Like there was like Gatorades were gone, water was gone, top ramen was gone. Anything non-perishable was just gone.
Yeah.
And toilet paper.
Yeah.
You
Out
know
of the
what I
most
mean?
randomest shit.
Made no sense, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then so we just grabbed what we could, you know. And I remember my mom Instacarted some stuff to the crib, and she got home that night, and my dad got home, and we kind of all just sat in the living room, and we're like, so what do we do? And I remember this is what scared me, but I remember my dad saying, well, I have a gun. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck does that mean? You know? And so he was like, I'm just saying, you know, fucking people are gonna get crazy, right? And I was like, whatever, Dad. Because, you know, and I think my dad was kind of just, I don't know if he was being serious or if he was joking, but anyways, so the next day, my girl goes into labor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the next Saturday, my girl goes into labor, and we're at the hospital. And, you know, usually at the hospitals, they're really cool about letting people in and out. Yeah. This time they were like, nope, one person, that's it.
Yeah.
And me and my girl had to be masked up the entire time, you know, like no touching the nurses, no, you know, like nothing, bro.
What was that? Not to interrupt you though. Like,
yeah.
I didn't think about that. Now I'm like, oh shit. Like, what was that like, bro? Because I feel like, you know, being the fact that, you know, you're about to have another child, you know, the last thing you're thinking about is wearing a mask. The last thing you're thinking about is like, you know, that side of things. You know, you're just thinking, hopefully she's okay. Hopefully, you know, my child is healthy. Like, what was that like, bro? Like, were you and your girl like I'm sure you guys had to like really hold it down together, man, because that's a tough situation, man.
It was fucking fear, bro.
Yeah.
It was fear. It was like I can't call it anything else. You know what I mean? Wow. It was genuine fear, bro. Like nurse, like I'm trying to like kind of like indirectly ask the nurses, like, what do you guys think about this? You know?
Yeah.
And still trying to kind of keep calm because I don't want my girl to see me panicking.
Right.
And then being like, well, they're saying this and that, and this is when we had no information on this shit, right?
Yeah.
So nurses, I think, are just kind of spewing the most that they know, you know. And then it's funny because I even got this one older lady nurse who she was like, oh, this makes no sense. Like, why would you cough into your elbow? You should cough into your shirt. And just like trying to like science the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And my girl's sitting here listening, and I can see the worry in my girl's face just kind of like dwindling a little bit. And I just kind of try to switch the subject, but this lady, you could tell she wanted to talk about it, you know? And I was just kind of like, yeah, miss, yeah, you know? And yeah, bro. And honestly, the only thing that broke us out of that fear, bro, were the few moments that we realized that we had a new baby.
Yeah, man.
You know, that 1 or 2 hours where, like, you know, I mean, you have your boy.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So you remember that joy. That joy of having a child, you know?
Oh my God.
But then the minute they were like, okay, it's time to, you know, take the baby to get, you know, the shots and all that stuff, it fucking set right back in.
Yeah,
because so remember, this isn't my first child, you know, bro. I've got 2 at home now.
Yeah.
So I've got my at the time 5-year-old, well, at the time 4-year-old, my 1-year-old, and now my fucking newborn.
Yeah.
And my 4-year-old, no, she was actually 5 already. She's flipping the fuck out because she's not going back to school.
Yeah.
In kindergarten, you know.
So much panic going around.
Oh, bro. And it was just irrational panic, bro. Irrational fucking panic, bro.
Damn, bro. Well, I gotta say, like, good shit on holding it down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's 3. You know what I mean? And holding your rock together, man. Because it's like, I remember even for me with little man, it was so many difficult conversations, you know. And like the fact that you had a baby, like at the prime time of when all this is going on, bro. Like, you know, thank God that everybody was healthy and fine. You know what I mean? But man, kudos to you for holding it down, bro. You know?
And it's funny, bro, because I want to touch on something. I want to give somebody a shout out on all this. And I got a couple people that I got to show love to today, but a couple days after having my baby, I needed to talk to somebody, bro.
Yeah, man.
Just about what was gonna happen because, bro, that happened Saturday. I was in the hospital Sunday. Sunday afternoon, we went home. Right. Monday, the fucking phone calls just start coming in, bro. Yo, this got canceled. Yo, this got canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, this got canceled. I was, bro. My manager Rondo was working on something to get us out to San Diego.
Yeah.
That got fucking shitted on.
Yeah.
I had just done my first gig in Texas, and homie from Texas was talking about doing work throughout the year. That went out the door. You feel me?
Gone, yeah.
So, and this is before they were talking about EDD, stimulus, anything.
Yeah.
There was none of that, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? So I had my last paycheck from the club, and that was it.
Yeah.
And so I remember I wanted to know what would happen with power because I was like, you know what? Maybe if I could just keep my power gig, like maybe that'll get me by. You feel me?
Down. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, maybe after the 2 weeks, as long as power comes back, maybe I'll be all right.
Yeah.
And so I remember hitting up Brian D and telling Brian like, hey bro, like, what do you think? And he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, they're talking about like shutting down for 3 months now.
Yeah.
And he was like, you good though, bro? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, the funny thing, the only thing I can't get my hands on, bro, is toilet paper.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what he said, bro? He was like, I got you, bro. He was like, if I see any toilet paper, I'll pull up. And I thought he was just saying that just to be polite, bro.
Yeah.
Damn near, bro. If I wouldn't tell you 2 days later, he fucking showed up to my crib with fucking toilet paper, bro.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
And I was like, you know what, bro? That's a homie, bro. Like, if anything that was gonna make me feel a little bit better was that fucking toilet paper. You feel me?
Crazy though, right? Like,
yeah, bro. It was nuts.
Damn, bro. Damn. Well, shout out to Brian, man, for holding it down.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Well, bro, let's talk about that, right? Because I feel like that's such a subject that's like, damn, like us DJs, and I know we spoke on the phone a little bit about like we us being full-time DJs at the moment or at that time as well. Like, what was the next step for you, man?
Like the first week, bro, was getting adjusted to having the baby. So that took my mind. You feel me? Like that was really like just like focus on the baby, focus on the baby, focus on the baby. Once the baby kind of, shit stopped dwindling.
Right.
It started to hit, bro. Like it started to hit me, bro, and it hit me bad, bro. Like I was fucking hurt, and not hurt like, oh, this sucks, but like it's crazy because I remember, so 2 weeks passed, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's 2 weeks, bro. Like it's a vacation." But I knew, bro. I fucking knew, bro. After like the first week, we're done. Like this is about to be the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And I told a lot of people, I was like, I think this shit's gonna last, And so I remember fucking just sitting around, bro, a lot and thought, like a lot of thinking, bro, like a lot of thinking to myself. And I felt really bad, bro, because at that point, my wife was really trying to enjoy our newborn.
Yeah.
But every fucking morning, I would run to the TV, bro, and fucking turn on the news.
Yeah.
And just listen to the stupid shit they were saying.
Yeah.
And it was like a bad fucking reaction I had to COVID. And then I remember, bro, my girl actually dipped on me, bro. Like my girl dipped on me for a weekend because she was like, I can't handle this anymore. I can't handle
so much. Yeah.
I can't handle your what you're going through. I can't do it. Right. And I just remember fucking at first being upset because I'm like, yo, why don't you understand what I'm going through?
Right.
But then being like, yo, I just had a fucking baby. Like, I should be happy that I'm gonna have at least these next few months to be with my kid.
Yeah.
Because bro, like, you know me, be like, I fucking grinding, bro. Like I worked 5-6 nights a week at the club. Plus, I work power.
It's all you know.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So it was tough, bro. Like it was real tough. And then so she dipped on me for the weekend, and then I remember calling her and just apologizing and being like, "Yo, like let me try to figure something out, but I'm gonna get better at this, right?"
Yeah.
And so I stopped watching the news. That was the fucking first thing I did, bro. And I started doing more research.
Yeah.
On my own though, like not fucking what the news was telling me to research, but just research on my own. And I educated myself really well on what COVID was and how it and what it does to your body and what the precautions you could take. Farther than just what they were telling us to do. You know what I mean? And not on some conspiracy theory type shit where I'm like fucking walking around like a tin hat on or some shit like that. You feel me? But like actual like what doctors are recommending people to do. You know what I mean? And really to gauge my mental health, bro. I did two things, which one thing Medic did, which I started cooking as well. And I started cleaning.
Oh wow.
Believe it or not, bro.
Yeah.
And it's fucking crazy. I know you're cleaning, but like I lived at my folks' house, right? Yeah. So this was before I moved out. I was living at my folks' house, and my mom and dad have always like wanted this like style of home, right?
Right.
And I was just kind of like, I got time now. Let's make it happen.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
So I just kind of started doing like stupid little shit around the house. But like I cleaned up the garage. I actually turned it into like my little studio setup for a little bit.
Yeah.
I cleaned up the backyard. I fucking ran a bunch of cables so that way there was power outlets everywhere.
Yeah.
I fucking was buying like once the EDD kicked in, I started buying like LED lights and fucking putting them like on the garden and shit. Made it look like really, I mean, it was just, and it was helping, bro.
Yeah.
I was fucking like dead ass watching home improvement videos. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, damn, bro. Well, not to stop you, bro, but first I want to say that like good shit on hitting up your wife at that time, bro, right? Because you could have just let it play out and things could have got worse. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you like I gotta make that call and you called your wife, and shout out to your wife for you both of you guys holding it down, man. And it's like that was so hard, I'm sure, for her, so hard for you. So you know what I'm saying? Kudos to both of you guys for caring about your guys' family, man. And that's a beautiful thing to see, man. So first I want to say good shit on that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I always want to tell people that are married, man, like just always do your best, man, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like marriage is it's a whole different ball game, and you could speak on it because I don't know nothing about marriage, but it's like I just have an idea of it, and the fact that you were able to get out of your funk, man, because for you I don't know how long that funk was, but those funks could last a long time for many different people. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you were like, fuck it, I'm a cook, I'm a fucking be Bob the Builder, fuck it, like I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, it was Josue. I was a Josue.
But it's like it's good that that you did. It's good that you did that, man. And it's like I'm glad listening to this, bro, because we haven't spoken that much since before, so knowing all these things, man, like I'm just happy for you as a friend, you know what I'm saying, because that's dope, man. Like that's cool, dog. So like after you were building your stuff, like is that kind of how what got you going day by day, and is that kind of how what gradually got you to the next step?
So a little bit. So I was cool, bro. I was cool. I was doing my thing. I was fucking grinding. We had started actually, I don't know if you ever tuned in, but with the team, we had started the Takeover podcast. So I was actually doing something similar to this.
Okay.
But more so on the DJ side. Like it was more so just talking about strictly
music,
DJ shit. Gotcha. Yeah. And not even music, bro, but strictly just like trying to I've always when it comes to DJing, bro, I fucking always tell these old heads and these fucking dudes who think that like new cats are like trying to run us out, bro. I'm like, we're never gonna make this culture better if we don't fucking teach the young ones. So I'm always spewing my shit out there to these new cats in the industry, to even not the new cats, but even the dudes that just have a chip on their shoulder. Yeah. I'm like, why are you tripping on these new kids, bro? Like, they're not coming after your job, and if they are, bro, do better. You feel me? Like, if you feel like you're that, like, what is it called? Like, if you're that quick to get rid of, then obviously you're not doing your fucking job right. Okay. You feel me? Because the minute I feel like I'm replaceable, bro, guess what? My ass is fucking turning on the engine and fucking going
Yeah.
harder to make sure that ain't nobody gonna fucking replace me.
Yeah.
You know me?
Yeah.
But so I was good, bro. I was good. I was doing my thing, and then fucking and it was weird, bro, because I think everybody says this. It took a while for it to hit home with COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like I remember going on on Facebook and seeing like one or two people be like, "Oh, my cousin Steele's cousin got COVID."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and then for a while, it almost felt like, is this shit
No, I know what you
real?
mean.
You
Yeah,
know,
like nobody close to you, like was getting it at that time, you know?
yeah. But then, bro, like a fucking shark in water, bro, it just started swimming closer and closer and closer, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And then I started panicking again, bro. I started fucking
Yeah.
freaking out. And I remember I had again this one day, bro, where it was like literally a mental breakdown. But
Yeah.
it was kind of a funny one because it was me and my girl we were chilling outside in the garage, and I would always be out in the garage just like my we have a pool table, so sometimes if anything it was just me and my brother just playing pool,
Just
right?
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, just vibing. And I remember I was just out there by myself, just fucking trying to do something. And my girl comes out there and she brings me like a coffee. And she's like, hey, like, we're going to watch a movie in a little bit. Do you want to watch a movie? And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to be out here. But I remember saying it like a very cold,
Yeah.
just dick way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, what's wrong with you? And bro, I fucking just let it go, bro. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm fucking sick of being inside.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm fucking sick of being home. I'm fucking sick of not fucking being able to go to the fucking club. I'm sick of not fucking doing what I want to do. And
Yeah.
I dead ass remember crying, bro. And the
Yeah,
last thing I remember telling her in my fucking just puddle of tears was being like, all I want to do is get a haircut.
man. Yeah.
That's all I wanted, bro. Like, honestly, I
Yeah.
just wanted to go get a fucking haircut,
Yeah,
you know?
man.
And so she was like, just call somebody and get a fucking haircut then. And she was like, you don't understand. I was like, you don't understand. Nobody wants to cut my fucking hair because everybody's so goddamn scared. That blah, 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 you know?
Oh
And
my
she was
God.
just like, come, like, she's like, just relax. And she's trying to be supportive at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But luckily, one of my homies is a barber.
Yeah.
He was like,
Got
hey,
you right.
bro. He's all, pull up, bro. He's like,
Yeah.
because I told him, I was like, hey, man, like, I don't know. I need to feel normal again, bro. Like, my hair was fucking all over the place.
Bro.
And, you know, dude, like, fellas, bro, like,
We get a cut. Yeah,
we get
man.
a
It's a
cut. You
different
feel
feeling
me?
after that cut, bro.
Bro, you feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
You know?
dog.
So while Ski's gonna chime in on that and be like, that's why he
Yeah.
goes my barber.
Yeah, yeah. Skis is gonna comment. Yeah, yeah. Shout out
Yeah,
to my
you know
barber.
Ski's gonna come in on that one. So, but yeah, bro. So I hit on my boy and I was like, yo, man, I'm just feeling this type of way. He's like, yo, pull up, come to the shop, get a cut. Like, it'll just be me and you. Because
Yeah.
he owns his own barbershop. So it'll just be me and you. Like, we'll take care of it, bro.
Damn.
And dead ass, bro, I went and got a cut and I was just like,
Yeah.
and I think a part of it, bro, was honestly like I got to chill with my homie for like
Yeah, bro.
30 minutes.
Dog. It's so
You know what I mean?
crazy, dog. Like I remember it took me like I think it was about a year till I got my first cut. I remember my mom cutting me bald, bro. Like just going bald.
Yo, you
dog.
probably look like your boy, bro. You look probably just like your
yeah,
son, right?
dog. It was so crazy, dog. And now when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, I can't believe I was just going bald, bro. Like my mom, I was like, all right, mom, pásame la máquina. She was just, zoop, zero, boom, boom. And I remember the first time I saw my barber, bro, like I just wanted to hug him. Like it was so crazy. I just wanted to like hug him and be like, dog, like I miss you, dog. And it's so crazy to think about it like that, but it's like appreciating those relationships you have with people, man. It's so crazy. Even now when I see when I seen you guys, it's like, man, like what a trip, bro. The things that we took for granted so long ago, you know, like, yeah, so like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy, man. But I'm glad you got your cut, man, because I'm sure you were feeling good after that. You know what I'm saying?
I felt amazing, bro. Like I was like, yo, thank God. You know what I mean? Thank God.
Yeah, man. So then, all right. So let me see. So then I'm trying to think around like when did things started to feel kind of normal for you again? Like what was because I'm sure you were dealing with it. You know, I mean, mental health is something that I always speak about because it's so important. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm sure all of us went through something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was very difficult, man. And it's like, so first, thank you for talking to us about like the stuff that you went through, man, because it's hard to talk about it, man. It's weird, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like we're not used to it, and even speaking with Medic last week, like it's so crazy for us to even have that conversation. And it, once I ended the conversation, I was like, damn, like what a trip. Like I'm talking to a homie about some real life shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
men have emotions, bro. As much as we hide to try to fight it and try to like suppress our emotions, bro. Like
yeah,
there's just some shit that you just can't.
you can't, bro.
You know what I mean? You can. Whether it be good, bad, or sad or whatever, bro.
Yeah,
Sometimes the shit just hits a certain way, bro, where it feels like it's almost out of your control, and that was that.
yeah. No,
You
I
know.
feel it, man. And then, um, so then like after that kind of like stuff started happening, like where you just started to do gigs again, or like kind of, when was it when Audio Rock felt good again? Like, not, I'm not gonna say 100%, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna say like where you felt like, okay, like, I kind of feel optimistic of what's going to happen, you know what I mean?
So, so there was that like brief like week or two where we tried to open up, right? Yeah, I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember that.
I kind of like, I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah, and so my manager Rondo hits me up. He's like, "Yo, I think we might opening back up." And
Yeah,
he's like, "I'm like, fuck yeah, bro! Like, thank God."
yeah.
And so he's like, "All right, I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated." All right, I start getting ready, bro. I'm all like
Yeah,
fucking like Rocky Balboa up the
yeah.
stairs, bro. Like, you feel me? And then he's like, "Hey, man. So the city is saying we can't have live music, we can't have a DJ, nothing. But we can record mixes and play the mixes.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do."
Yeah,
Just giving me that slight task, bro, lit my fucking world up.
that's crazy.
Because finally, bro, I had a goal in mind. And
Mm,
it's funny because a lot of people can be like, well, why don't you just get up in the morning and mix?
yeah,
For me, bro, this is, and like we touched on earlier, this is my job.
yeah,
I don't have a 9 to 5. Like, yeah, I
yeah,
have power, but
yeah.
power, it's the opposite for me.
Right.
Power supplements my DJing, not DJing supplements
Got you.
my power events,
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so even that little task that he was giving me was enough for me to be like, all right, I gotta go. What do you need? You need an opener set, you need a mid set, and you
yeah,
need a closer set. I'll knock them out all this week.
yeah,
And I was doing 2-hour sets, bro.
yeah,
Recording them at home, dropping them into MP3, dropping them into Dropbox, and sending them to the club to get played,
yeah,
just for people to just vibe to,
yeah,
you know? And it was funny because you think like, well, how did you know what to play?
yeah,
I didn't care, bro.
yeah. You were just in
Because
it.
at the point where I was at is like, I think people are gonna be at the same aspect that I'm at, where it's like, I'm out. So I just want to hear anything.
Yeah, I
So
feel it.
it's crazy, bro, because if you listen to some of these mixes, which I feel like sometimes I should put them out,
Yeah,
I was playing fucking super lonely in a
yeah,
mix. I was
yeah, yeah,
playing Dua Lipa
yeah.
because it just, that energy was infectious in that music,
Right.
because it was such a negative time,
Oh yeah.
but the music was so
Like uplifting.
uplifting,
Yeah,
right? But it felt good, bro. Like to be able to like go from like pop to hip hop to Latin, or should I say Bad Bunny, not Latin, to
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
to everything else. So it was dope, bro. And then it's funny because I always like, remember that movie Biker Boys? I don't. Did you ever watch Biker
I
Boys?
don't think I watch Biker Boys.
Okay, so there was this dude. Whenever he would race, he would like have like tunnel vision. So like literally everything around him would kind of like just fade out, and it was just him in the lane, right?
Okay.
And so a big thing for me when I was learning how to DJ and growing and learning and practicing DJing is I
Mm.
would always envision myself of where I wanted to be doing the set that I'm doing,
Mm.
right? So if I
Yeah,
would, like, for example, like was like, yo, I'm gonna think I'm in the mixer room at Power right now. What would I do?
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
how I would practice.
That's
Or
dope.
I'm
Yeah,
at a Vegas club, fucking playing for 5,000 people. What would I do at this scenario?
yeah. That's dope.
You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's how I was making these mixes. I'm at JP right now, and it's midnight. What would I play?
Right, right, right.
You feel me? And that's
Yeah,
how I would conceptualize my mixes, bro.
that's dope, man.
So that helped, bro. So that, and then in October, I got hit up by the promoter that I do work for in Texas.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember, but Texas, it was like outlaws out there, bro. They were like, we're open.
They were open, yeah.
Yeah, they were open.
Yeah.
And so he was like, yo, I want to bring you out. So here's the budget. Let's do it. And I remember getting that text message, and the first thing I remember doing is turning to my girl. We were still in bed because obviously time difference is like 3 hours. So it was like 6 in the morning when he texted me, but it was like 9 over there.
Yeah.
And I turned to my girl and I'm like, I have to go to Texas. And then she was like, what? And I was like, I just got hit up to do Texas again. And she was like, are you fucking crazy? She's like, you're not fucking going to Texas? And I was like, I was like, we need the money.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
I need to go to Texas.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, talk to your mom about it.
Yeah.
And my mom, bro, she's fucking 100% business, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, I think I have to go to Texas. And she was like, what time do you need that flight? Because I'm looking at him right now, you know? And I'm like, are you serious, Mom? And she was like, yes. She's like, you need to, she's like, she was like, and it's funny because prior to my mom saying this, I had written the dude back that books me out there. And I was like, hey man, let me give it some thought. And what he wrote back, my mom said, and what he said was like, are you scared? LOL. He's like, when are you gonna not live your life in fear?
Yeah.
And then a couple hours later, my mom's like, at some point you're gonna have to go back to work.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be afraid, or are you just gonna go back to work?
Yo, I think he hit up your mom before he hit you up. If they were
somebody, bro, universes was colliding, bro. So,
but it made you think, right? You were just
it made me think, bro.
Yeah.
And so I jumped on the plane, bro, and I went to Texas.
Oh man.
I jumped on a plane. I went to Texas. I went solo because obviously nobody really wanted to roll with me because of the whole situation, which I understood.
Yeah, you got it.
And so I got to Texas, and there was some people wearing masks, some people weren't.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember just going straight. Like I rented a car. I went straight to the hotel room, brought out my Lysol fucking wipes, started fucking just. I was fucking cleaning the shit out, like wax on, wax off, like everything, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then,
like, how did you feel? Like, were you just like, man, like
I was scared?
Or were you like, did you feel rusty? Like, was it everything at once? Like, how was that?
Well, I wasn't. Luckily, I wasn't rusty, bro, because
okay.
I was already doing the mixes for JP.
Okay, so you were kind of staying sharp with it.
Yeah, I was. And I would. It's funny. I don't practice as much as I should today, but back then, because I had so much time on my hands, bro, I would at least try to go like outside to the like my shit like 2 or 3 times a week. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when I got to the club that night, you know, I'm still wearing my mask and everything, and my homies, like the promoter or whatever that I work for out there, it's like, you good, bro? He's like, how is it in Cali? And I'm like, bro, it's like a fucking horror movie out there, dog. Like they're making it seem like it's apocalyptic, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, but fuck it, right? And I'm like, no, but all right,
fuck it.
but all right, whatever. Like, fuck it, you know. Parachute don't open. Fuck it. You know, the grass is soft.
Fuck it. Oh shit.
And so we took a shot, bro, and then and I just kind of laughed about it. And then he was like, yo, you can go up to the booth and just kick it there if you don't feel comfortable being in the crowd. And I was like, all right, cool. So kicked it in the booth the entire time. Yeah. And then I jumped on, and bro, when I jumped on, bro, and I heard that crowd, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost again, bro. Fucking this sobby ass, fucking fat ass dude, bro, was about to cry again, bro. Like it was, and I remember texting my girl later on that night when I got back to the hotel. I was like, babe, I fucking almost cried on the DJ booth. Like,
that's awesome, man. That's beautiful.
You feel
me? Yeah, that's beautiful to hear, man. You just being in that moment, man. That's awesome, bro. Like it's so crazy for you to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope, man. It just makes you think, man. Just going back to the haircut, I remember I had to go before I got my haircut. I had to go drop something off by a barbershop, right? I had to drop off some paperwork, and there was a barbershop that was open, and I remember passing by it and smelling like the aftershave and being like fuck, I missed my cut, bro. Like I miss even getting cut. Like I miss like the fucking like.
You went home and took some alcohol.
Yeah, I was just like, bro, like it was so crazy, like of like being so mindful of like things now. You know what I'm saying? Like just even drinking my coffee and enjoying that coffee means so much more. You know what I'm saying? But it's so crazy, man. I'm glad you experienced that you were able to find, you know, like that joy in that at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's second to none. You know, but something I do want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we kind of spoke a little bit on the phone. It's like, you know, the whole 9 to 5 talk and the whole like DJ.
Yes.
You know, kind of like what we were speaking about, right? So it's
Excuse me,
like,
let me get my gloves.
yeah, you know. So it's like I want to know, like, I want to let you flow on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your 2 cents about the whole, like, you know, 9 to 5 right now, 9 to 5 in the future, or DJing for now, and you know, I mean, just all that. I want to know what do you think about it, and yeah, man, I'm interested to know how, like, what are your 2 cents about it? You know?
So to start this, I want to pretense this with there's absolutely nothing wrong with a person in any art form having a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Absolutely fucking nothing wrong. You have to pay your bills. But with that being said, when it comes to your art, if you are passionate about it, and I'm not questioning anybody's passion either, but if you are passionate about it, that should be your goal to be your main income.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Bro, just to give you some history, out of high school, studied dental. I did it. I practiced not physical dentistry, but I worked in the dental field till I was 22. Okay, and when my girl was pregnant with her first baby, I was like, babe, I'm gonna quit my job as in this dental field, and I'm gonna pursue DJ.
Yeah.
My first kid is when I decided I was done with fucking working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Right? So, did it happen? Absolutely not. I started DJing. I wasn't fucking making anywhere near what I needed to.
Right.
And then when I got another 9 to 5,
right.
okay, started working at Pro Sound and Stage Lighting. For those of you who do know what it was a retail store that sold, you know, pro audio gear and DJ equipment.
Right.
And that company, bro, as much love as I had for it, I also had a lot. I also have like a lot of like I don't want to say hate, but I'm not a sales guy.
Yeah.
And their goal ultimately was to sell, which that's their business, you know.
Right.
And I just can't do that, bro. Like I can't. I'm not.
It just wasn't for you.
Yeah, I just can't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me, bro.
Yeah.
I was there for a year, bro, and I met some amazing people. I have to this day that I have fucking friends there, or friends from that I met from there,
Right.
that I met there, and I quit.
Right.
I quit. I wasn't happy with the management. I wasn't happy with just my overall life at that point, bro. It was really weird, bro, because I was going through a lot of shit with my girl. I was going I had my baby, and this was all new to me, bro.
Right.
So I quit. I fucking was done, and thank God, bro. Shout out to Rondo, bro, who literally, bro, has always just had my fucking back, bro. Like literally, this dude has always just been there, and like kind of been like a safety net, you know, where like I feel like he knows like Audiorokk's about to fuck up. Let me just, you know, let me just catch him really quick.
Yeah.
And when I quit, he was like, "Hey, there's an open position at JP for to be the resident." He's like, "It doesn't pay much, but you'll work 5 nights a week and you'll be on salary, and you'll just be the resident. You know, you're not gonna get paid nightly anymore. It's a salary, so you know it's guaranteed income.
Right.
And if you want it, you can take it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yeah, bro, let's do it.
Right.
At that point, I became part of the 1% because I would tell everybody, and I heard DJ Conflict say this once, and I stuck to that, bro. Just like how wealth makes up 1% of the population, in DJ culture, there's only 1% of DJs that actually hold DJing as a fucking job and don't have a 9 to 5. 1%, bro. Because if you really think about it, think about all your homies that are DJs, bro. How many of them actually can say, I just DJ?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I never took that for advantage, bro.
Right.
There was times, yeah, bro, where I would bump heads with like Rondo about, certain things.
Right.
But I would immediately back the fuck up and be like, this dude gave me the opportunity to do what I love to do to as my job. So slow the fuck down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
And even with shout out to DJ Erod too, bro. Like DJ Erod almost became like a big brother to me in the sense of like I would hit him up and I'd be like, yo, like what do you think about this, bro? And he would just be like, dude, just chill, bro. Like I remember I kind of started getting a little frustrated, bro, and I was just like really just antsy about like doing something else, like leaving JP. And me and him were chilling outside, and I hit him up about something kind of personal that had to do with working at JP. And then he was like, "Bro, like, just relax. Like, she'll work itself out,
right?
You know." And it did. And I've been at JP. I've been a resident at JP for 6 years. I've been the official resident for 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's all a blessing, bro. It's all a blessing because a part of that, I'm also like, I also have my, my job with the takeover, which basically what I do with the takeover is I just handle like the inner workings of stuff. So like when, guys need a flyer and Eric can't get to it, or Eric did it, but he can't send it, like he'll send it to me and I'll send it to the guys.
Right.
Or like if something needs to be like typed up, I'll do that. Like I handle kind of like the logistical stuff.
Got you.
Of the takeover, and they given me all those opportunities, bro. So, circling back to the whole premise of this topic though is that should be your goal, bro. As a DJ or as somebody who is passionate about DJing, your goal should be to make this your job.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because the way I look at it, bro, is I have kids that have to deal with me day in and day out, bro.
Yeah.
And I never want to have to fucking look at my kids and just be like, oh, I have to go fucking work and sit in an office all day because I have to feed you guys. You feel me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Daddy gets to do what he loves.
Yeah.
Because he worked hard to get to where he wanted to be.
Right.
So there's no fucking reason for me to ever be in a bad mood with them.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because they're the reason why I'm busting my ass.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
they're like your motivation.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I always I tell everybody, bro, I'm like, I want to grow up and my kids be like, you know what? My dad, even if I don't make it, bro, even if I don't end up doing this in the long run, I end up fucking, I don't know, working at Walmart or some bullshit in the long run. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
At least I want my girls to be like, you know what? My dad at least tried to do what he loved first.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, bro, we're forced to, go get a job, go do this, go do that. Fuck that, bro. Do what you love first. Because it's never too late, bro. It is never too fucking late.
So my question is like, just kind of piggyback on what you're saying. Like, do you see, your ultimate goal? And I know maybe, I don't know if you're a person that sets goals for years from now, or you're more in the present, but are you more into the thing of like, 10, 20 years from now, I'm gonna be DJing full time? Or do you feel you're gonna be supplementing something at that point of being a DJ full time?
I mean, that Jazzy just turned, I think, 60, bro. And dude's still knocking turntables out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's to say I can't do the same?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But I also look at it logistically in a standpoint of, well, what if that doesn't work out?
Yeah.
And that's why I've taken the role that I've taken with the takeover, because now I've learned logistics. I've learned you know, percentages of bar. I've
Yeah.
learned sales and costs and fucking what, what a cover should be, what how much the bar needs to make in order to do this or do that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
How to handle and mitigate a team of guys to do a certain task. You
Yeah.
feel me? So, but I'm still ultimately in the field that I want to be in.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's exactly what
You
you're saying.
know,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
driving point is still DJing, but now I'm also doing like it's same thing with editing, bro. Like I could sit in my computer and probably edit till I'm fucking 80, bro, because
yeah,
it doesn't take anything. I'm sitting, you know.
yeah. But like the core
But
of it, if you're saying, is the music. Like it's the DJing.
it's the
It's like
DJing, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like at the end of the day, bro, I just want to fucking be DJing. I want to do what I love. I don't want to be in music.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I completely get it, bro. I feel like I kind of see it kind of like an athlete, right? Like an athlete who ends up coaching. You know what I mean? Like an athlete who loves the game so much and loves the sport, ends up not playing no more, but it's still coaching. You know, it's still or maybe being an analyst. You know what I mean? Like still being a part of the root of what they enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I completely get it, man. Well, shit. Anything we didn't cover, bro? I'm trying to think if there's stuff that you want to speak about that we didn't really talk about.
No, bro. I think everything. I think we covered everything. I do want to give a shout out, to my team. Always to take over.
Oh yeah,
I love every one of those single one of those guys, bro. That's like literally like fam, bro.
yeah,
From Skits, AG, Culprit, Erod, Rondo, P Dub. I know I'm missing fucking,
yeah,
who's
yeah,
next,
yeah,
Bruno,
yeah,
all of, but for those of you who I missed, I'm sorry. One
yeah,
guy, Medic, Fuse,
yeah,
fuck.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But yeah, no, bro, like that's yeah. Take
yeah.
like my takeover fan, bro. I got a lot of love for them, bro. Um, keep an eye out because we're about to make some moves.
You have a great team, man, and I'm glad you're rocking it, man. I'm glad I saw you last week, so it's like I'm glad you're doing good, bro. Like for real, you know.
Thank you, brother. And same, bro. Same to you, bro.